everybody. Welcome to the Earl versus Efren match here at Steinway Billiards. I'm Gail Glazebrook. Robles.
And Tony Robles. Welcome, everyone. We're excited to be doing commentary here for a little bit. We're going to be switching commentators here, but we're excited to have this great match going on here at Steinway Billiards. This is a battle of the legends, and for sure they are two legends. I mean, Gail's going to go over the accomplishments of both players.
Well, and they're about to get started. Efren Reyes, the Magician, as his nickname leads. He is a BCA Hall of Famer, 3-time world champion, U.S. Open 9-ball winner in 1994, Derby City all-around, Derby City one-pocket champion, Derby City 9-ball champion. I could really go on and on, but we don't have enough time this evening. And he is facing off against Earl the Pearl Strickland, BCA Hall of Famer as well, 3-time world 9-ball champion, 5-time U.S. Open 9-ball winner, and tons of other tournaments that he's won. So it's going to be a great match. This is the battle of the year.
And 8-ball is a game for today, and it's interesting. I've never seen an actual 8-ball match played on a 5x10. This is the first time that I've seen one of these, so I'm excited about it, and it's going to be interesting.
My first time seeing it as well. So it looks like Earl won the lag. I actually didn't see that. We were still working on getting everything logged in. And he must have pocketed a ball. This is 8-ball. This is going to be the first of 3 matches that they play against one another. Tonight is 8-ball. On Wednesday, tomorrow evening, it's going to be 9-ball. And on Thursday, we'll have 10-ball.
And, as you know, there's an advantage to being a straight pool player, and Earl does play straight pool because when it comes to 8-ball, it's all about pattern playing. Mm-hmm. And the patterns in 8-ball are very similar to those of straight pool. And I think Earl has to figure out a way to, I don't know if he's going to shoot the 9 or go down there now to get rid of it. I'd like to get rid of the balls in groups, and then, instead of going up and down the table. See, the 9 might be the shot. I would prefer to take the 9 only because it's lower than the 8-ball.
Right.
But, listen, when you're Earl, you can put the cube up basically anywhere, so you can afford to not shoot the correct pattern. But everyone has a different style. Everyone has a different style of play when it comes to pattern play.
I actually think he might have been going for the 9-ball and didn't get the exact position he wanted, and he changed his pattern.
Yeah, you hit it great. And this is Earl's turf right here. I mean, Earl practices on this table 5 to 8 hours a day. So,
well done, as long as he doesn't get tied up on that ball.
As long as he doesn't end up, yeah. Almost wound up on top of Mount Everest there.
I remember a couple of lessons that you gave me. And you were talking about how those extra balls on the table from your opponent when you are breaking and running, they become more and more of a nuisance as you get down the pattern.
That's
and
right.
You do get yourself in a lot of trouble, and you can't just think about the position on the ball. You have to also think about not getting bad position on top of another ball from your opponent.
That's why I always tell you it's important to hit it with just-in-case speed.
That's right.
Just in case you run into the ball, you at least, knock it down enough to where it keeps the cue ball separated.
Mm-hmm. So Earl takes that first rack, and this is a race to 17. And this live stream match is brought to you by Inside Pool. We thank Alvin and the rest of the Inside Pool crew for always bringing us these live stream matches. It's great for everybody around the country to be able to watch, around the world, I guess, if you really wanted to, being able to watch a match like this.
How do I sound? Am I too loud?
No, not at all.
No.
Can you hear me, though?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, we want to thank NYC Grind for showing up. We do have, well, let me start. I'm Alvin with Inside Pool, and it's an honor to be here. This is the match, the biggest match I've ever done in my life. I've been preparing for it for months. I'm glad to have Tony and Gail Robles here doing the commentary with me and joining us. We have some sponsors for this event. I'd like to mention ProPool.com will be doing the stats. We're here with NYCGrind.com. Too loud?
No, closer. Put it closer to your mouth.
Oh, okay, I'm not loud enough, obviously. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Inside Pool TV, NYC Grind. We're here at Steinway Pool Hall, Queens, New York City. ProPool.com, Bag Shot Calculator, Kamui Tips and Chalk. Patron sponsors Thomas Warren, Richard Burkhart, A1 Messaging Service. And we're glad that you're here for this historic event, everyone. Thanks for joining us and supporting us.
And it looks like Earl again pocketed a ball on the break.
No, what happened is Efren broke and came out dry.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
This is an alternate break.
Yeah.
That's another good thing to announce, that this is an alternate break format. And Earl came up dry on that break, and so Efren came up dry on that break, and so now Earl's back to the table.
And, I've seen Jason Shaw. Jason Shaw has, not only is he a phenomenal player, he's an amazing player. I think he's one of the best players in the world. He also has a phenomenal break. And I've seen Jason smash the balls on this table and nothing goes in. This is a tough table to break. But honestly, I think you have a better shot at making a ball, playing 8-ball, because there are more balls.
Right.
In 10-ball, he couldn't make a ball. He couldn't buy a ball on the break. This is a tough table to break on. And, so anytime you make a ball on the break here, it's awesome. And, what a great shot. See, that's straight pool knowledge, you see? That's straight pool knowledge. You had the right angle to run into it and use that cluster as a stopper to stop the cue ball for position on the 10 in the side.
Do you see any problems in this rack?
No, none at all. As long as he ends up leaving one of the balls on the right-hand side for the 8-ball to shoot it in the opposite pocket, assuming that the 8 doesn't go by the 2, then he should be fine. You might want to leave the 9 in the side, or he can even just shoot the 13, the 9, and then draw back with I can't see the ball from here. I assume that's a 14. Yeah, so he's probably going to shoot this, shoot the 13, come off the rail, shoot the 9 in the side, and get perfect shape on the 8.
Oh, that helps.
Oh, wow.
Wow, I'm surprised he did
Yeah,
that.
the ball ran a little long on him there. So now he has a choice: either shoot it in the corner and just slightly go past the 7 and end up with a slightly longer shot on the 8, or shoot it in the side and then come one rail straight up the table to play position on the 8. Oh, he doesn't even have to. See, that I thought that was kind of dangerous,
Why not just
because
shoot it in
I
the
guess he
side?
had an angle that took him straight to the 8. He couldn't come and hit the bottom rail. I guess he thought he could slow the ball down, but I think this is makeable.
All right, so Earl has called the 8-ball into the corner pocket.
Well, he hit it unbelievable. Dead in the center of the pocket.
That is some home court advantage, I think, working in his favor. You have to see this room. Steinway is packed. They actually had a pay entrance at the door, and it's still completely full in here. You got the crowds all around the table, and it's really cool to see so many people this enthusiastic about seeing these two great players play. That's William Finnegan racking the balls. This will be Earl's break this time. William Finnegan is actually the tournament director for our Predator Pro-Am Tour here in New York City. We just recently had our season opener, and we had 105 amateurs show up for the amateur event on Saturday and 26 pros showing up on Sunday. So it was a huge event, our biggest of the season, of all of our seasons for our season opener. So we were really excited to have that. And many of the players that you see here are actually we're playing in the pro event. I got Francisco Bustamante right in front of me. How lucky am I? Earl was fortunate to get one of those last-minute 3-rail entry balls to pocket on the break. So he will continue to shoot at the table.
I can do this at any point in time during the. I think so. Not now. Okay. And how do I switch the camera? I don't see it on there. Oh, I see. So this one and that one. That's it? So 1, 4, 6. Correct? All right, perfect. I got it, man. We'll do your thing, man. Thank you. Okay, so I was going over a couple of things with Alvin, and what's going on here?
Earl's still at the table.
Made a ball on the break?
Yep.
Well, I'm wondering if the 6 or the 3 has access to the side pocket, or if the 6-3 combination is dead in the upper right-hand corner. So I guess we're about to find out. I guess he wants to play it in the side. He's going to have to hit this ball really, really good. But, I mean, it looks to me like he might have enough room to shoot the 6 to the 3. And, unless he's going to shoot the 1 and break him up. Yeah, that's a shot there. The thing is that if he shoots the 1 and he comes off the 6, he might want to come off the right side of the 6 just in case he doesn't end up with a shot. He still has the 2 ball as an insurance shot.
Gotcha. But it looks like he's shooting the 2 ball now?
No, I think he's shooting the 1 in the side. So if he's not shooting it, that means it doesn't go.
Right.
Because, I mean, he would definitely shoot that. So he might try to play position for the 1 in the corner or draw it straight back and shoot one of those in the side, right? It's the only other option that I see there. But let me tell you something. How did he hit that ball? You know how perfect you have to hit that shot on a 5x10 to get that perfect on the 3 ball? So over here, I'm assuming he's not straight on the 3. If he is, he would just roll it up for the 6 ball. But if he's not, yeah. So I guess he wound up with more of an angle than what he wanted would have liked. So over here, I don't know. This is tricky right here.
That was what I was looking for.
I mean, unless he can squeeze that 6 off the 12 in that corner pocket, I think that would be worth a shot, because if you shoot the 6, you have to hit it with inside spin, and you have to hit it pretty damn good.
Pretty good. Plus, he'd be over the 8 ball slightly.
Yeah. I don't know if he sees that option off the 12. It looks like it goes off the 12. The 6 ball, I mean.
Yeah, of course.
So, did you notice that Earl Strickland was practicing on the table for God knows how long before the match actually started? And did you see how Efren was warming up?
Yeah, he was watching chess.
He was playing chess.
Oh, he was actually playing?
Yeah, and he was calm as can be. That was his way of warming up for this match. Yeah, he hit it great. He hit it unbelievable. Wow, you had to hit that shot dead perfect. But that's why he's a Pearl. That's what will win you 5 U.S. Opens and 5 World Championships.
And looks like Earl is going to take a 3-0 lead against Efren. And Efren really hasn't even seen the table outside of breaking.
That's right. Well, I think that the player that pockets the most is balls on the break is the one that's going to win.
I'll tell you this, you've actually won a bar box 8-ball championship yourself, and they're playing on a 10-foot table. And I was just curious, I know that you always said that the confinement of the bar box made 8-ball so difficult. Do you think that 8-ball on this big 10-foot table makes it easier for them?
It makes it easier if you're used to playing on a table this big. See, if you only play on a 4x9, 4.5x9, and you come to this table, it's tough to play on this table. You know, unless you're someone that's playing every day. someone like Jason Shaw, but Jason Shaw plays on this table as well. So this is like his homeroom as well as Earl. And so Jason makes it look easy when he plays on this table, and so does Earl. Recently Frankie Hernandez started practicing on this table, and you should have seen him playing last night when he won the tournament here at. He knocked off Mike DeShane. He knocked off Francisco Bustamante. I mean, he was knocking them off left to right, and he won the tournament. But because he's practicing every day on the 5x10.
Right. Well, you think there are a lot less clusters possible because of the 10-foot table?
Absolutely.
And that makes the run out, you're going to see a lot more break and runs on this kind of a table.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because unless you get a bad rack, the balls are going to spread pretty well, but you still have to pocket a ball on the break.
Right.
See, look how good he hit those, right?
And he
still came out dry.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's going to be the key to this match.
I actually heard a couple of people talking earlier about the match, and they said that the one thing they're really worried about was Efren's break on this table.
All right, well, I think the only problem here is really the one ball, and the fact that the 4 and the 6 are so close to the side, it is an advantage for Earl. So he needs to get rid of that 3 in the upper right-hand pocket as soon as possible. Well, you almost got in trouble there.
Seriously.
I'll tell you why, he got away with it. I'm really surprised he hit the ball that hard, because you can't shoot a combination with that speed. You're risking having the ball freeze on the rail.
Is he able to still make that one ball into the side pocket?
I'm not sure. If he is, then that's his out, because now he can shoot the 5, the 4, the 3, and then the 1, right? I don't know if he's going to try to hit it off the 1. I don't know if he's able to.
What's he going to do here? Is he going to shoot the 4 in the cross corner pocket?
No. I think he's going to shoot the 4 off the 1. He just has to make sure that he controls the 1 and that the 1 doesn't end up, in front of the 3. If he ends up coming off the 1 too thin, no, he doesn't have to. See, because like I said, if he can make the 1 in the side, he can use a 1 to get to the 8.
He got position. That was amazing.
I've said it once. I've said it 1,000 times. Earl's the only professional player that I ever saw play a tournament, or win a tournament, I should say, without missing a single open shot. I saw him do it three times. When I first started playing full-time on the Pro Tour, I used to watch Earl play, and I would watch every single one of his matches, every single one of Nick Varner's, Buddy Hall, and Mike Siegel's matches, and he's the only professional player I ever saw win a major tournament without missing a single open shot.
That's amazing.
Look how good he hit that ball.
You don't see a lot of people shooting to the side pocket hard as is, and he shoots like a thin shot like that with confidence.
Yeah. Well, Earl just took a commanding 4-0 lead.
4-0.
Takes a commanding 4-0 lead, and Efren has yet to shoot a single open shot.
I know. He's only broke.
Because he keeps coming up dry on the break. So Earl now takes the lead 4-0. Let's see how he does on his break. And
we'd again like to thank some of our sponsors. First and foremost, we'd like to thank Steinway Billiards for hosting this event, as well as Inside Pool and NYC Grind for providing you this broadcast. We'd also like to thank London Bridges Productions, Jeff Conway Company, who has a lot of influence with a lot of the pros, trying to bring them into the area and have them play in these types of events. So we appreciate Jeff Conway also for what he's doing.
well, it looks like Efren is finally going to get his turn at the table.
I'm excited.
Sooner or later it has to happen. So let's see what the magician has up his sleeve.
So you
Well-
think that 9-6 is going to come into play? Because that's where I see the trouble area, because I think that's also tied up with the 8-ball.
Yeah, that 13-2 is going to be the problem.
Oh,
So he's probably going to try to figure out a way to either run into that cluster or just slice a 2 down the rail. Because once he does that, oh wow, look, he missed a 1 ball on the side.
well, he hasn't
Wow.
shot at all. That was his first shot of the match.
Yeah.
And Earl, I bet you, I didn't see it, but I bet you Earl jumped out of that chair.
Oh yeah.
Leapt out.
You know who used to leap out of his chair as soon as someone missed a shot? He was so excited to get back to the table. Jim Rempe,
Oh, really?
King James Rempe, another amazing player, one of the greatest 9-ball players I ever saw. And he, you miss a shot, he would get excited. He would start putting powder in his hands. It's like you could tell he was hyper. He was like excited to be in. You know, that's how much he loved winning.
I like that kind of enthusiasm. And I think Earl is trying to navigate that 13-2 himself, trying to figure out how in the world he's going to get out with that 13-2 and 8-ball all tied up there. I don't know. You think he's going to shoot? Well,
I don't know if he has an angle to run into the 2. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't.
Yeah.
But we're about to find out.
I thought it was
Yep,
steep.
that's perfect. That's it. He should be out from here.
That
was the
a
only problem ball.
Fantastic shot.
I'm not sure if he can make the 1 in the side. I guess, I don't know. It's kind of, this is tricky right here. If he can, he might want to play position for the 2 as soon as possible. He hit that shot great.
You think the key ball here is the 3-ball? Because the 8-ball has only the side and the corner pocket. I don't think it gets by the 13-ball.
Yeah, I mean, if he shoots at the 2, he might want to get straight on the. I mean, he might, if he were obviously he's not straight on the 1, but ideal shot would be the 1, 7, 3, and then 2. But he doesn't have a good angle on the 1, so he has to shoot it. That's a good shot there too, breaking out the cluster. But now the 9 stopped, or the 13 stopped in front of the 8-ball, so he's still going to need to play the 8-ball, but it's in a better position.
It's in a better place for sure. Yeah, there's so much knowledge to be learned here.
Yeah, but the thing is that, there was a risk with running into the stack, because the cluster, because running into the cluster, he was going to have an off angle on the 1 ball. So he has to hit this really, really good if he plans on playing the 7 next, because the 14 is a big ball there.
Yeah.
So he might just decide to shoot the 3 ball 2 rails and hopefully get straight on the 1 and then shoot the 7 and come down for the 8 possibly in the side.
7 is in a precarious position.
Because he just has a better chance at shooting the 3 and getting straight on the 1 than he does shooting the 1 and getting perfect on the 7.
All right, he's played on this table before.
Yeah.
Did he get away? Did he hit that perfect?
I'm not sure if he
I
can see
think
it.
he overdid that.
I think he can make. He might be able to just cinch it in, and then shoot the 8 in the side.
Well,
If he can always spin it around the 14. He doesn't have to spin it. Masse it, slightly
all that
masse
much.
it.
And actually, if he's putting that left-hand English, the masse, slightly, it would help kill the cue ball to make the 8-ball in the side pocket.
Oh, you can see the entire ball.
What a great shot. Now, if you're Efren at this point, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking I better start making a ball on the break very soon. Because now Efren is up 5-0 on the race of 17. That's pretty strong.
Did you come in with a favorite in this 8-ball match?
You know, I thought that Efren had a shot at winning the 8-ball, and Earl the 9-ball and the 10-ball. But you know, in this game, you never know, because I was talking to someone about this yesterday, and most of the time, it all comes down to who's pocketing balls on the break. If you pocket balls on the break, you're going to end up winning more games, obviously.
And Efren did successfully make a ball on the break. Did he make 2?
Efren Reyes has to take advantage of this opportunity right here.
He didn't hit the balls very hard. He took a lot off that break.
But obviously worked. But see, look at this.
That is not going to help his situation at all.
He has to hope that he can make this ball, because if he can't, he's in major league trouble. And it doesn't look like he can.
Now, I know some players are kind of slow to warm up. Is Earl one of those players? Because some people come out the gate strong, and other people, it's like they need to catch their groove and get comfortable with the table and surroundings. And I'm wondering if that's what Efren's going through right now.
Could be, because he's never played on this table before. And, you know, like I said, Earl practices about 5 to 8 hours a day in this table. So, you know, that says a lot.
Yeah.
You know, that was what a shot that was.
Wow.
See, that's why he's a magician. It's like if he has a perfect angle here to end up coming off the rail and take that 3 out and have the winner's insurance, how strong would that shot be? Yeah, he's breaking it out with the 8-ball. Look at that.
Okay. It was a good effort.
Well, I tell you what, he might be able to bank this cross side and send the cue ball 2 rails and leave the cue ball in the center of the table. I've seen him make these shots look like hangers.
That would be mighty fancy if he did that.
See, 1, 2,
Wow.
and there you go.
You
You
are
see?
a magician. That was awesome.
Now he has to come off the rail a bit. Boom, and he's in there. Yep.
Just the right speed, too. He literally only had a very narrow room to get position for the 8-ball to go down that corner.
Yeah. He's such a great 3-cushion player, though. He's such a, yeah.
That
Well, FN finally gets on board. I have.
And Efren gets on the board. And the score is now 5-1 in favor of Earl. And Earl will be breaking next. We're here at Steinway Billiards in Astoria, Queens, New York. Can we see that camera angle to show how many people are in the background? There was a camera angle that showed that. Look at how many people are watching this.
That's just one
view.
side of the room. There are 3 other sides of the room. Oh, let's see how Earl does. Ooh, he almost made a ball on the break. Came up short there.
Nothing.
He's talking to himself already.
Yeah, he wanted that 13 to go in too. Errol's feisty. He always is.
Well, I mean, I don't really see any problems here for Efren. It's a wide open table. This assuming the 1 gets past the 9-ball. The 7, he can play position on the 7 with the 4 or the 1.
Shot on the 4.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he can definitely make that 1 ball. Oh, he's going to shoot the 2 and then the 3 in the opposite corner. Unless that 4 goes to the 12. It doesn't look like it goes past the 12, does it? Because if it does, then that's a good shot right there. Because you think he could shoot the 4, 5, 7, and 2, 3, 8. I guess it doesn't go. So because if it went, that would be the shot. Because the 8 is, again, the 7 is like below the 8 ball. So it makes it easier to get position on the 8 ball for that corner pocket. If you were to leave the 2 and the 3. Maybe he's looking at the 7 now. Maybe he can see the 7 now, right?
Well, yeah. If he can get the 7 out of the way, that would be great.
Run into the 12. Not even. He doesn't have to. That's perfect.
Wow.
Has a slight awkward angle right here, but he should be fine.
And that's a mistake I see a lot of people make. Instead of walking around the table and seeing the different perspectives, you might be surprised that you've got position on a shot that you didn't know until you actually walked around the table and saw that other side. And I think that Efren was taking advantage of the fact that, oh my God, I do have position on that 7 ball. Let me shoot that now because that's my trouble ball.
That's correct. I love that shot. That was a great shot. Because now he can get the ball, the 4 ball out of the way, and then it's easy pickings from the 2 to the 8. Uh-oh. Don't want to come short.
He should be fine here, right?
Yeah, he just has to be careful because he doesn't want to risk going behind that 13 there. Oh, he's fine there.
Yeah. They make it look so easy.
All right. Now it's 5-2. Now it's starting to get a little interesting. And I'd like to say hi to everyone in the chat room and always appreciate your comments. I actually get a kick out of some of the stuff that you guys write. It's fun to do this and see everyone having a great time.
And Efren's going to get on the board a little bit more with 2 games to 5 against Earl. And he's actually going to be breaking as well. I mean, no, I'm sorry. Earl's going to be breaking right now. And Earl's already complaining about Finnegan's rack. No, it is Efren.
Huh?
It is Efren breaking.
Yeah.
Okay, so Efren breaks
because
on
Earl came up dry, remember?
Right. Efren breaks on the odds.
Oh, he made that corner ball. That corner ball flew straight in. Wow.
And I can hear Earl slightly in the background talking about
Finnegan's
rack.
Listen, Efren is one of the best I've ever seen in making adjustments, and he's adjusting now. You know? You see that comment by Seb9? Efren is favored now that Earl is going cuckoo.
I have a question, my amateur question. I see a lot of the Filipinos have a really long bridge compared to some of more of the American players, and I was just curious, is there a reason for that? Is there an advantage? Do you know anything about what makes the Filipinos have that longer bridge more often than the Americans?
I think it's more of a style, to be honest with you. I don't think that there is an advantage, in my opinion. Because I've actually met Filipino players that don't have such a long bridge, you know, but a lot of them do, don't get me wrong, but I've seen some that have short bridges that have great games as well, you know. I think it's more of a preference than anything. I do believe that you have to work harder anytime that you choose to learn an unorthodox style, and if you have the time to play 8 to 12 hours a day, then you will master that style. Rodolfo Luar is a perfect example. He used to shoot sidearm, and he was a former world champion. As a matter of fact, when he won the world championship, he beat Efren in the finals of that tournament. Yeah. So let me change the camera angle here because I believe that the 6 does go in that corner pocket. So he's probably going to shoot the 3, 1, 7 and then shoot the 6, maybe come off the 15 to play the 8 ball either in the side or the corner. Unless he can get good on the 7 now and get the 6 out of there and then shoot the 1 afterwards.
I mean, that is some tight
So,
position
right
there.
It all depends on the angle.
What is so beautiful to me is how they do navigate these patterns when, to me, it looks like, oh, you have to play safe. I mean, there's so many times that I would have played safe at this point because there's no way that I would feel comfortable with my cue ball control, and they just navigate them so beautifully.
I'm beginning to wonder if he has enough of an angle to shoot the 3 and nick the 15 out of the way for the 6. I don't know if that's what he's looking at.
Don't
But
you
if
think
he
he'd
does
worry
have
about
that,
the 8?
well, if he does have that angle, he has to be careful not to end up tying. He's not going to do that, though. He's not going to do that. I already saw that he's in the cue ball high. So, yeah, so he probably chose the pattern that I originally said. 3, 1. Maybe even shoot the 1, and I don't know. It all depends on how you get it. He might play position for the 6 now, you see? Right? Play position for the 6 now, shoot the 6, and then depending on the angle, I mean, you know how good you have to hit that ball to come in between the side pocket and the 14?
I know. You have just, between the side pocket and that third diamond to get position on that 6. And he still has to get good on the 7 ball. I mean, it's no gimme in my opinion because he's got to get on the 8.
That was one hell of a rack right there.
And anybody that thought this was going to be a blowout when Earl took a 5-0 lead,
Yeah.
Efren just said,
Says, I need to finish this match so I can go back to my chess game.
yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Actually, when Earl was practicing on the table, Efren was playing chess. He was much more interested in watching the guys. There's actually a very big chess following here at Steinway. And not only is the food fantastic, by the way, if you're in the area, you got to check out the food here at Steinway. They got a big room full of pool tables for you, but they also have a lot of people that come in here just to play chess and cards. So it's a lot of...
And it's a huge soccer room. I mean, whenever they have the World Cup or anything that has to do with soccer, this place is jam-packed. They have tons of brand new LED TVs here. It's unbelievable. All right, let's see how Earl does with this break now. Oh, he made a ball.
Well, at least I hit the damn things. He's just.
Well, I guess Earl's not happy with the speed of Efren's break.
He came to play games again.
Well, Earl was a little unfortunate to have the cue ball roll back up onto that short rail. So it really limits a lot of his options.
I think he'll be fine here, though. I mean, even if he doesn't get position on the 6, it's hard to tell whether he's straight enough. He can always shoot the 5, the 2, and then the 3. Boom. Boom, little friendly bump. Oh, look at that. He didn't get a friendly bump there at all.
I'm telling you, when you're on
He's
that
not going to
short
be
rail,
happy with this.
Recording this match. Do not use your cell phones to record this match.
he's in trouble here.
I'll play the 3 ball.
Oh, he's going to play the 3 ball. He's going to go into crazy mode here and go all out, you know?
Makes you a genius or a psycho? Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't the genius.
Well, you know what it is? It's like, and I spoke to you about this before. I think I can compete against anyone on planet Earth. I grew up playing 8 ball. 8 ball and straight ball are my 2 favorite games. I feel like I can compete against anyone in the world on a bar table, especially if it's a table that's tough to make a ball on the break, because I play the defensive game of 8 ball very well. But when it comes to playing 8 ball on a 9-foot table or bigger, it is almost impossible to play safe.
Yeah.
And that's a perfect example. There really wasn't anywhere, too many places where he could play a defensive shot, but every now and then you have the exception.
Right.
The exception, he actually had an opportunity here to probably hit the 3 ball, go 2 rails, and bury the cue ball behind the 5 and the
Right.
2. He didn't take advantage of that.
Right. That's true.
He
That was a
became
good
blinded
point.
by his rage and wound up going for the crazy shot. And now Efren has the opportunity to come within 1 rack because of it. See over here, he might even want to go rail first here, just to play position,
He did
right?
exactly what he did.
And guess who breaks next? Very interesting. Right? Now the score is 5-4. Earl after going up 5-0.
Like nothing.
What did I say about the break? If you make a ball on the break, it changes everything,
Yeah, of
right?
course. Especially on this big table. And the ball seemed to be spreading decently well. I know Efren's actually not shooting the break very hard, so I think that's why he's having a little bit more of a confined pattern than because Earl's hitting him pretty hard. And while Finnegan racks those balls, we'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors, InsidePool.tv and Inside Pool Mag, for presenting this stream for us, as well as NYC Grind, ProPool.com, and London Bridge Promotions. Earl's
Oh.
not happy about something.
Scientifically, no way that ball ever supposed to go in the hole. Instead of hitting balls.
Well, it was unfortunate for Efren that he didn't make a ball on the break because that would have been his shot at tying at 5 apiece. So it's a good chance Earl's going to get out from this one.
I don't see anything wrong with this.
I mean,
track.
he spread him well.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, when you spread him this well, it's tough to defend yourself, to get another turn at the table when you're playing with two legends like this.
I don't see any problems. He's definitely taking his time with this rack. I'm used to Earl playing with a little bit more
What is this?
speed.
Yeah, I'm surprised he came short on
Yeah.
this shot. I think he wanted to get straighter on the 9 so he could shoot the 9, the one in the side, and then the one by the rail, and then use that one, the one by where you break from, to get position on the 8, get position on the 8. Well, that's definitely not where he wanted to be.
He should have no problems here, though. But you're right. He was definitely a little out of position on that 9-ball shot.
Yeah. Yeah, because now instead of doing stop, slightly come off the rail and then just roll it down a bit, he's just going to have to work a little extra hard for it. But he'll be fine.
But he's definitely shooting more tentative than I mean, we're fortunate we get to see Earl play a lot because now that he's based in New York City, and he's definitely holding back on something.
Hey, ball on the side.
Okay, so now Earl takes the lead. Well, he already had the lead, but he goes ahead by the score of 6-4.
You are watching the match between Efren, the Magician Reyes, and Earl the Pearl Strickland here at Steinway Billiards in Astoria, Queens, New York City. If you're in the area, we highly recommend coming on down. Steinway offers so many great things for the pool player, whether it's tables, food, live entertainment like we're seeing right now. And that ball's going to make it in the corner pocket. This is a race to 17. Call shot, call safe. No jump cues allowed in this match. You're allowed to jump with full length cue only. And all ball fouls. Alternate break.
Well, I would say I don't see any problems here either. 4, 1, 3, 7, and then draw back for the 6, 2. He might have to play the 7 in the side pocket now. Come across the table for this one. I don't think the 3 goes in the corner.
This thing's got me.
You think it's the 5-0 lead that's got him flustered because he was ahead so much?
You know, I mean, it's tricky because, you know, you have to remember one time they played a challenge match for a lot of money in Hong Kong. And he was ahead by 17 games towards the end. Just need a couple of games, Earl. And Efren came back and beat him.
Really?
And, you know, you never know if that's always, it still sticks in the back of his mind. See, he tried to come back there to end up with position on the 7. He overhit it. I mean, he overdrew the ball. He ran into the 7. That's a cardinal sin in 8 ball. You never want to run into a ball unless it's absolutely necessary.
Right. This is such a slow pace for Earl. I'm just not used to this. He is much more on the table and shoot, 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 bang, 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 and he just seems so tentative. I'm just not used to this at all. I don't know what's got him uncomfortable, but this is not the Earl mode that he's normally in, outside of the talking a lot.
Ooh, look at this.
That I didn't want.
He's got a really thin cut on this 2 ball here. I don't think he can see the 3 at all.
I'm not sure if he can, but if he can, he might, I don't know if he can slow it down. If he can, he might have to go up and down. Unless he wants to run into the 12 ball. Oh, he's going to go with inside spin? Wow, he hit that shot really good.
He did. He shot that really well.
And he got a perfect angle on the 3 to get position on the 8. Yeah, he got that. That was one hell of a shot right there.
Great shot. Really great shot.
But see, that's what happens when you are a master of the table. You're a master of the table, you can shoot. It's like you're a GPS navigational system. You know every single route. If there's construction going on, you have the alternate route. You know, the detour. It's like he had the alternate route going there. You know?
Good analogy.
So now he's ahead 7-4. Earl Strickland ahead 7-4.
And you see that last ball before the 8 ball, he shot those 2 really fast. And I feel like when you shoot a ball, that was a difficult shot to make that 2 ball, cut that 2 ball and throw as much inside English as he did and get perfect on that 3 or the 7. I don't remember which one it was. I think that puts a little more spunk in your step because you executed that. He executed that so well. So.
That's correct.
Be
Well, let's see
interesting.
what Efren does here with the break. See if that 3-ball goes straight in the corner like he did earlier.
Yeah?
You see?
That is wild.
It's unbelievable.
You think that's
You know how
because of the
tough it is to
10-foot?
do that? You know who did that against me in the Grandmasters in Vegas? Dennis Okoye.
Oh, really?
He made that corner ball
Maybe
almost
it's the
every
long
time.
bridge.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a Filipino thing with the long bridges.
Yeah.
Are you going solids or stripes here?
Let me see. I'm leaning towards solids because
too.
I have two that are very close to the 8. I have the 5 in front of the pocket, the 7 in front of the pocket. So you know it makes it give the 6 and the 2 go in the corner, the lower left-hand corner. He's good here.
I think Efren heard you and he agreed.
Ooh, surprisingly, he overhit that one. Unless his intention was to leave that one for last. I don't think so though. I don't think he meant to do that.
I mean, if the 6 goes by the 2, I don't think he has any problems.
I'm pretty sure it does. It looks like it goes. I just think he's trying to figure out what to shoot here. He might want to see. I think he's trying to figure out if he can somehow get position on the 1 so he can use the 7 to get to one of those balls there. If not, then he's going to have no choice but to shoot the 7 next.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
He hit that great. He's in good shape here. Because now if he shoots that ball, gets position on the 1, then come down for the 2, shoot a stop shot on the 2, and then the 8 ball on the side.
Very well played. I've learned so many things from this match already.
Like what?
I mean, pattern play. I mean, running into the balls. I play a lot of 9-ball, and so I feel like you're constantly trying to avoid running into balls. But in 8-ball, it's such a critical component of being able to break out clusters,
And to help control the cue ball.
yeah, it's very true too. And it's just a lot of good lessons, particularly I feel like in this match in nudging balls and helping yourself get out.
All right. Yeah, good point. Good point. So Efren wins the next rack, and now the score is 7-5 in favor of Earl Strickland.
You should have made a roll. What a joke. Let's see if it'll go for me.
So Earl says he's going to try Efren's break. He's going to see if that 7 ball will fly into the corner, but not
even close.
Not even close. And I personally, I mean, if you compare the 2 breaks, Efren's breaking the balls with a much more controlled stroke, whereas Earl is kind of just like whacking at it. And I feel like that's why Earl is not pocketing that ball into the corner pocket like Efren is.
That's correct. Yeah, I mean, over here, this is a tricky table because of where the position of the 12. But if he decides to take stripes, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have problems with combos. He can, you know, by that I mean the 13 and the 10 on the lower left-hand side.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the 15, if you get rid of that 15 on the rail, you can then shoot the 12. Because if you take solids, you have to figure out a way to get rid of
That 3 ball.
the 3 ball. The other option that he has, if he does take solids, he can always shoot the 5 in the side if he gets the right angle, then run into the 12 and then shoot the 3 in the.
More nudging balls.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, he's a 3 cushion player, so these are hangers for him.
I recently played a little bit of 3 cushion with a friend of mine, Johnny, out in St. Louis, and I love that game. It is so much fun. It's very exciting. I really enjoy it.
But like I said, he doesn't have trouble shooting combos. He might even shoot this. If he decides to shoot the 4, he can shoot the 14 next and shoot the 15, right? And then come back up for the 12. He can also shoot it with follow. He has options here. He has options here. He could have also shot it with follow and then shoot the 13-10 combination and come back down for, run into the 12 or something. But he does need to get that ball on the rail out of there as soon as possible before he runs out of other balls. So you have to be careful not to get tied up with a 13 over here. See, it's a tricky shot, but I like the speed he hit it with because he was able to control the cue ball for the ball that's on the rail, the frozen on the rail 15 ball.
That now does he go forward shooting this? I can't tell if that's the 11 or the 15, the one that's closer to the pocket. You go forward to go around the 13, or is he still coming out?
I like going 3 rails on this shot. You know,
Yeah.
I like going 3 rails because if you leave it past the side pie, once you get past that point, if you can't make the 13, you can shoot the 12. Plus, if you get the 11, which he has now he's going to end up between the 3 and the 5 and use the ball that's left on the rail, the 12 ball, to get on the 13.
I mean, these guys are just moving around this table so well. I mean, even like narrow corridors, they're still able to get the right position.
Ooh, look at that.
Except for that.
Wow.
Just as I was speaking.
That was a surprise, huh? See, I'm not sure if he can avoid running into the 8 if he were to cut it in the side. Because if it does, it all depends on how thick or thin you run it. You hit the 8.
Right.
That'll determine how far, the 8 ball comes off the cushion.
Now, I mean, looking back on the pattern, obviously, Monday morning quarterback is always right, but he left what I thought was the trickiest ball in the rack for second to last, and that's sometimes a dangerous situation because.
Well, I mean, just because he got.
Options.
I see what you're saying. Just because he got out of line, doesn't necessarily mean that. I know what you're saying. He left the word. Look at this. Look how good he hit that bang. Wow. And look how perfect he got on the 8 ball. That's unbelievable.
How do you like it?
He said, "I'm not giving up this table." But yeah, what I was saying earlier is that for some people, they do end up choosing the wrong shot, but he just got careless on that 12
He was
ball.
just careless.
He just got careless. And still won the rack. And only behind by 1 game.
Let me ask you, I'm trying to think of, I've seen Efren miss his very first open shot, and I saw Earl miss a very difficult cut shot that we both don't even think he should have gone for. Are those the only 2 misses this match?
Yeah, pretty much.
I can't think of any others.
See if the 2 ball goes in.
Oh,
Boom, straight in.
Earl's going to go
It's
bananas.
going to drive him nuts.
He's going to go bananas.
It's going to drive him nuts. I'm just trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure because I believe he's hitting the second ball because I actually break like that when I play on bar tables. Depending on how well they're racking and the speed you hit him, it's a good chance you're going to make that corner ball. I just didn't know that it was that easy to make it
So he's hitting
on
the
a 5x10.
second
Yeah, I believe he might be hitting the second ball.
I'm going to look for that next time.
Because when I made that ball on the bar table, I always hit the second ball first. You just have to figure out how much of the second ball to hit.
I see. Yeah, and I don't see any issues in this rack at all. And I know Earl is festering over there in his chair. And this is the part where Earl, I mean, I don't know. If I was his girlfriend, I'd be telling him to take a break, step away from the table, and calm yourself down. Because, you know, he's frustrated. He's thinking that the break's working against him when the reality is he has the answers. I mean, you can watch what Efren's doing and try to mimic it as close as possible. And I don't think he's even going for the second ball if that's what Efren's doing.
Yeah, I mean, you have to play smart and play to whatever it is that is working for your opponent. If it's working for your opponent, why not give it a shot?
Yep.
You know?
Look for all the possibilities for your advantage, even if that comes from your opponent.
Yeah, and I know someone in the chat room is asking, are these double shim pockets? No, they're not.
No, they're not. This is a 10-foot table, but normal pockets. Wow.
And I tell you, the house is going to come down if Efren ties this match 7 apiece. You're welcome.
And he used all of the pocket on that shot. And for a match that was 5-0 earlier, you're about to see a tie game.
How incredible is this match, huh? A true battle of the legends. Now the score is tied up at 7 apiece after Earl was up 5-0 at the beginning of the match. Wow. What a match we got going on here.
And we have this match because of our lovely sponsors. We have Inside Pool, NYC Grinds, Time Warner Billiards, London Bridge Promotions, CNGgas.com, ProPool.com, Pro-Pool.com, Kamui, and the Bank Shot Calculator.
That ain't no good, buddy. You gotta get this rack somewhere where that ball won't go.
Now Earl's decided that he wants to watch Finnegan rack the balls. That's William Finnegan, the Predator Pro-Am Tour's tournament director. And let's see if he goes for that second ball, and he does it.
Yeah, but I'm making balls in all pockets. He's just making one ball. Still don't. It ain't right.
Earl never leaves you unentertained. Earl never leaves you unentertained. There's normally not a quiet match going on when Earl's playing.
Figure that one out. Maybe sometime.
Tony Leon. ¿Ah? Oh, sí, ya. Está jugando bueno.
Sorry. Taking care of a few things in the booth here. We'll be right back with you. Going to use that 3 ball as his key ball to get on the 8 ball. surprised that he's shooting that ball, but that's why. That was really, really well shot.
That's about the hardest shot that's been made.
We're actually going to bring Jeff Conway into the booth with us.
All right, Earl retakes the lead again by the score of 8-7. We got action here, Stanley Billiards tonight.
I want to really pay attention to Efren breaking the balls here. Really curious how he's hitting that second ball, like you said.
He's hitting with the best speed. I am going to take a little break and let Jeff Conway take over the match because I'm going to sell some raffle tickets for an Icon 1 queue for my son's gymnastics team to help them buy equipment for the new season. So I hope all of you are having fun out there, and I will be back later.
No. Of course, when I'm paying attention, he doesn't make that ball on the break. Hello, Mr. Conway.
Hi Gail, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Long time since we did some commentary together.
Yeah, it's been at least a year.
I've been in rain and sleet today, and now I've run into a gale. How about that? Well, this is a classic match here. It's a great matchup. Last time these two guys played was in 1996 in Hong Kong, raced to 120. And on that occasion, Efren came back from 100 to 112 down and fought back to 120 to 117. So it was pretty good. And I see, Gail, that this is a match in eight ball, which is difficult to make balls on the break, and that's really what it's all about. You know, Earl got off to a great start making balls on the break. Efren was sort of stuck in a little jam there. Now seems to have hit a sweet spot. And
Yep.
so what do you think generally? A lot of people here, right? It's great. Turned out really good.
Huge crowd of people here, and really it has come down to the break because they haven't missed much. I actually can only count one miss each. Efren missed his very first shot of the match.
Right.
And Earl missed what I think was a wild shot. I don't think he should have gone for the ball, but a really tough
Right,
cut
and
on
he
the
and
two
he
ball.
almost got out of position on an 8 ball, but made
Yeah.
a great cut in the corner. So
Exactly.
that could have been. Other than that, they're playing perfect ball, and it's good to see Efren at 60 years old still got his eye in and playing well.
They're playing fantastic. I'm learning so much watching this match. I've just seen such an elegant way of getting out of a rack.
Yeah, difficult racks. I mean,
lot
like
of
one of
difficult.
them, Efren had where it was all the balls were down in a line down the middle of the table, and it was like, how's he going to do this? And of course, that's why he's called the magician.
That's right.
Because that's how he gets out of it, you know. So what we got 7-7, and this is the 15th game, I believe. Have you
Actually, Earl's winning 8-7.
8-7?
8-7. He won that last rack. Wow. Wow. Unless that 4-ball. Oh, it doesn't look like it is. I thought the 4-ball maybe comboed into the side pocket.
Yeah, Earl looks like he's in a destruct mode, but I think it keeps him motivated. I think it's more for him than anyone else.
This guy truly is blessed.
eye on it, like maybe it goes in. It's hard to tell from this angle if that combo is direct. He's going to probably go for the 7 ball and see if he can nudge out these 2 balls.
I'll play the 7 ball.
Well, he's going to play the 7, he says.
You think he's going to try to nudge those 2 balls with this?
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Now, you're not going to see a happy camper here.
That's the second miss for him of the match.
He's only brought 6 cues with him today, so when he's broken those, that's the end of Earl. So we'll...
He's like a little golf player.
yeah, he's got 14 clubs in his case.
They're cues until he's mad at it, and then he just turns it into a club.
No jump shots in this match at all, which really is a way of showcasing their great billiard skills, because both of them are phenomenal. You know, they can hit the ball from anywhere, so why let them use a jump shot, you know?
And I don't think Efren expected to get back to the table. He will happily.
He's played some beautiful soft banks to like just enough speed.
Yeah.
To get perfect positions, just like beautiful, you know.
They float in. Very elegant. And we have our first save of the match.
Yeah, first save. Could have probably run that in there with a lot of draw on that and made it roll forward, but I guess he saw that he's just stopped the ball where it is. He's got a nice save. But I think that 4 goes. Is that the 4 ball, Gail? Or
That is the 4. You're talking about the 3-4.
yeah. I think the 4 ball. If he can hit it, if he can come across the 3 from the other side, he can throw that in there. 'Cause it looks like he's going to miss it a little bit down to.
It's hard to tell, isn't it?
Yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's looking at it now. I think he wants to hit it just a little on the towards the centre of the table side of the 3, and he can throw it. That's what I think.
I don't know what other options he really has.
No.
I mean, the 6 ball, he would run right into the 8 ball if he goes for that
Well,
shot.
he's got the 6. He's going for the 6. Probably going to maybe run forward and try and hide it behind the 8.
Oh, he's not going to like that.
Yeah, no, he isn't. I think he might have been thinking to put it behind the 8, or maybe the 6 was going to cover that stripe. That's
Yeah.
what.
I mean, on this big table, playing a safety long distance is that much more
Right,
difficult because you have so much
And I was
green.
talking to Ephraim yesterday, and he hasn't played on a 10-foot table for God knows how long. But maybe he might have banged balls around it when he was here for the. Oh no, he wasn't here for the straight pull this year. It was the year before. And he picked it up last night. I brought him in early to play on the 10-foot to just get his eye in, and I was amazed that after just a few shots, it was as if it was a 9-foot table. You know?
I think you and I both would agree we'd rather play like Efren, uncomfortable on a 10-foot table any day of our life compared to our own play.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
And we are playing call shot, call safety, so even though Efren did pocket a stripe on that shot, he does not get to stay at the table because he did not call that ball.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if that was explained well enough at the start of the match to Ephraim. There might have even been a question afterwards, after he played it, that he didn't know that rule. I'm not sure. We explained it to him at breakfast, but that was a long while ago.
Wow.
Now he's still got that problem pair of balls.
Yep. He was hoping to have that.
And if he wants to throw it to the 4 ball to the left, or nearer to where he is, that's
on
not
the
the
wrong
position,
side.
there's the wrong side of it.
I
You're 3 in the corner, I believe, Gail.
or the side?
3 in the corner. Oh, the 4.
Oh. Oh,
Wow, great shot. Great shot.
We've been seeing these kinds of shots the entire night. Like, you look at, everybody looks at the table and what he's going to do here.
Yeah,
And then
I
all
know.
of a sudden, he just throws out this shot that
Yeah.
nobody expected.
And his early's pretty quick as well. He's played all these shots a million times before. Takes him a second to look at it. Every time when I used to interview him for NYC Grind, I would have a point in mind that I wanted to talk about, and within 2 seconds he'd be talking about the shot clock, and he'd talk about the shot clock and the breaking from the box. That was it.
Yeah, we were actually talking to him at the Super Billiards Expo one year, and he said he wants a shot clock about the size of a 60-inch TV, and he wants it right in your face so that you're reminded all the time that you got to shoot quickly.
Yeah, he needs a 2-second shot clock.
Very well done, Earl.
Very appreciative audience here as well, with the aficionados of the New York scene. Is this mine?
Yeah.
That was some kind of playground shot. Yeah, that was a real playground shot.
Okay, the score is 9-7. Earl Schultz, and after this track, will be taking a break.
We'll take a break at that same time, I'm sure, and they can run some adverts. Have to have the adverts, guys.
Now that ball, I've been seeing a ball go into that top left corner pocket for Earl a number of times, whereas Efren's actually making a ball in that bottom left corner pocket.
Yeah.
We're going to update that score for you guys in just a quick second. I just got to figure out how I'm supposed to do it.
Mr. Zion Z standing near us. Great player on the New York scene. And the score is now 9-7. Ephraim's comeback has been halted a little bit. Cool shot, cool safe, alternate break, which takes the slop out of the game. Always amazes me how quickly after the break they know exactly the path of each ball. When there was one rack there, we spoke of it earlier, that Ephraim had after a break, when pretty well all the balls were in a straight line down the centre of the table, all jammed up on each other, and he picked his way through that rack like the magician. That's, you know, and Earl's done the same several times. It's just, I was talking to Daryl Peach, 9-ball 207 champion from England, when I used to look after him years ago, and whoops. Well, that was an unusual miss there. Unusual miss there brings Ephraim back to the table. And Daryl was telling me that when he breaks in 8-ball, I said, how quickly do you know which set of balls you're going to, one going to go to the table after the other guy's broken, maybe? Which balls you're going to pick, sequence of balls. He said, about a second. And I think that's about it. I think they just, the genius in the way they play 8-ball. I was just saying about Daryl Peach told me that within a split second, and he's a great 8-ball player, So is Jason Shaw is also a great 8-ball player.
Hasn't Daryl actually won was it? Yeah, won
Nine.
one world?
Well, he's world champion 9-ball in
Nine ball.
07
Okay.
against. He used to have a little flick of colour in his hair. The Filipino young guy.
Alex?
No. I can't think of his name for the second. He broke down and cried after Darryl made a bank and ran the last rack out.
Aww.
Ephraim taking a little time over this shot selection.
I'm happy they're getting a little bit more defensive.
Yeah.
You're gonna let me shoot at it.
Well, he has a 7-ball. It looks like that's a 7 down in this top corner.
Or I think with that 10 ball, I think that's either the 10 or the 12 ball tied up with the 4 ball.
Yeah.
But I feel like he could use the 6 ball to break it out,
Well,
or
made
just
that
break it
and-
out now.
Oh, and he
wow.
that was. Oh, that actually that
yeah.
goes in that pocket, I believe.
That's going to be tight. I might call Finnegan over on that shot.
Or he makes the 3 and goes round for the 6 and splits them up on that shot. That's what he's looking at. I'm not so sure if he can hold the ball near that.
Oh, I think he could.
Yeah, he's going to have to hit it really soft.
And if you threw some inside English on,
Yeah.
it would kind of kill the cue ball a bit
Yeah.
off that rail.
And he'd like to just have a little angle to go across and nudge that 4 combo. 4-10, right, I think.
It's hard to, it's either the 10 or the 12.
It's difficult on the monitors, guys, so don't blame us too much. Yeah. It's a little straighter than what he wanted, I think. He's going to have to force something here, maybe.
Yeah. He won't hit this ball light.
He's not too happy, but then you could say that most of the time you see him walking around the table, so I don't think it means much.
Did you get a chance to watch that interview that he put up online?
Yeah, I thought it was really great. I think when they just let him basically run amok, what it looked like with the, I'm sure they cut a lot of stuff, but they just let him talk. He is such a character
He
on the
really
mic.
is. I agree.
He could just tell stories. I sit up here sometimes at the bar in Steinway, and I wish I had a tape recorder with me because he tells stories and then he gives his little giggle and I love listening to him talk.
I do too. He really, I mean, obviously he's got an assortment of stories
And
from his pool career, but he's just so great to
And he
listen
basically he lives and dies pool.
Yeah.
That's I've listened to him. Oh, no, he's not going to be happy about that. And Ephraim needs to get back in this because he had a little run there and got it back to 7-7. And I believe he's 9-7 now, right? So
9-7.
he'd like to make this 9-8. Cut this in and run down for the third 11 ball, probably. Oh, there's a ball in the corner. I didn't see that down there. I was looking at that other ball.
See, if I were at home watching, I'd have this on my big screen TV. But we're actually watching this from a little computer screen, so bear with us if we can't see
Yeah.
the balls correctly out there.
Can see the pattern on the carpet better than the balls.
Well, with Steinway's full bar here, some people may try to shoot polo on the carpet.
Yeah. I think the last time we probably did commentary together was Comet Billiards, which
Oh my goodness. It doesn't even exist anymore. Breaks my
no, I
little-
think we've done
little pool
some
player
somewhere
heart.
else. I think at the US Open. I think was you there? Have you ever
No, I don't think so. I don't know if I did commentary there.
been? Expo maybe. No, Racks. I think we've done something at Racks within the last couple of years.
Maybe. Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, Efren definitely took the opportunity that Earl presented there. And,
Yeah.
I mean, Earl was in a really tough position. He had those 2 balls tied up the whole
We
round.
have a break now. Score is 28, Earl Schwartz.
They're going to go on a little bit of a break.
See you guys later.
Keep watching.
Also, see Tony Robles, he's doing a raffle for a Icon 1 cube autographed by top players. The raffle will be on Thursday. So the all that money will be going to the Junior Olympics gymnastics. Really quickly.
1 2 1 2 1 2
Can you hear yourself?
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2
No? Yeah.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2
I can hear him. Hey guys out
one,
there, can
two.
you tell us how the volume is? How we're doing volume
1,
wise?
2, 1, 2.
3 is next. Thank you, LA Slim. They said 3 is next.
Volume is good, somebody says.
Sounds good here. We're both okay?
Well, they're
Think we're
back.
good?
Taking on.
I do.
You know how to do it?
Yeah. Is the sound too strong for you guys? Let me know and I'll
1, 2,
have the
1, 2.
wonderful, magical Alvin adjust it for us.
Yep. Got some interesting information about the last time they've met in a match like this.
Thanks, Alvin. Yeah, you were telling me an interesting story.
Well, the last time these two guys met in a challenge, for money, similar to what we're doing today, was on a bigger scale. It was in Hong Kong. In 1996. Ephraim and Earl raced to 120, and there was a gentleman who was notorious in Hong Kong. He was a member of the racing fraternity, the horse racing fraternity, and was a big name in that area. And he was talking to Mark Wilson, who's a great commentator, a friend of mine. I love the way he does commentary. And he was telling me that
We resume play now.
this gentleman came up to Mark. He was in Hong Kong, and he said, "Mark, who do you think's the best player in the world?" So he said, "Well, it's probably a toss-up between Ephraim and Earl." So he goes, "Well, how are we going to find out?" So he goes, "If I put up $100,000, it's his own money." The guy said, "If I put up 100,000, this is in 1996.
That's a lot of coin now, let alone 96.
Exactly. So, he said, "I'll put the money up, and we'll." And of course, for 100,000, they flew over no problem, and I'm sure they had their airfares paid as well. And it was a comeback for Ephraim because he was 112 to 100 down on a race to 120.
All right, let's keep it down and resume play. Let's keep it down.
And the
Now,
match.
once again, no video allowed. No video from your camera allowed.
So Ephraim came back and beat Earl.
He came back from 100 down to 120, and Earl went from 112 to 117. And so, in a way, this is a different format, different disciplines, but I'm sure Ephraim wants to stamp his authority on this match, or matches, and wants to come out the winner. So we'll see what happens. But right now, it's a close match, 9-7, 9-8, I believe. Mm-hmm. And we'll see what happens. It's all about the break, so...
That is true. Get you guys a different camera angle here.
Keep it down. Let's go. No, keep it down.
Can you imagine just saying, "I'll put up 100,000 to see who's the best player"?
Well, this should be an easy enough rack for Earl. I believe Ephraim came up dry on the break. I could not see the monitor at the time.
Well, a couple of balls next to each other there. They look like they both go in pockets. So
Oh, and he cleared that 4-ball, so everything should be golden right now.
yeah, and he's going to be coming off the right angle here to make that other stripe into the opposite side pocket, probably.
Mm-hmm. And Earl always wears contraptions. I feel like he always has.
He's a mishmash of designer wear.
He doesn't accessorize the same way I do.
No. And he'll discard it in just as quick a manner as he puts it on.
I remember one Super Billiards Expo, he asked, serious as can be, he asked if he could wear a football helmet. And they obviously said no.
Well, there was a guy, and I'm sure there's a lot of you players out there and fans, especially if you go to the Expo every year. I would say it's probably got to be about 8 years ago at least, but there was a guy showed up and wore swimming goggles to play in. And he played Mika, and everybody was laughing, like thinking this guy's a total retard. And he had Mika 4-zip. He ran 4 racks on Mika, and Mika's sitting there going, what? I can imagine he was thinking, what the hell, I'm getting beaten by a guy in swimming goggles. Yeah, it was a classic. And they let him wear them. They said he's obviously a bit of a character, this guy. Thank you, Tony.
And we've got a ball in the break. And that'll make Earl happy.
I just purchased some tickets in Tony Robles' raffle, which is for a good cause. So
Thank you. We're doing a raffle for his son Jonathan's gymnastics team for new equipment. If you're in the area, you can come on down and buy a raffle ticket here at Steinway Billiards. It's a beautiful Icon 1 Predator cue signed by the 2 players you're watching, Earl and Efren, as well as Tony Robles, Mika Immonen, and a couple other people I can't remember right now.
And if you're coming down here just to buy tickets, then we'd like you to buy a food and some drink and bring 100 with you.
You won't be disappointed with the food and alcohol here, I promise.
No, you won't. Well, Earl's picking his way through here.
You are watching a live stream match brought to you by Inside Pool and NYC Grind here at Steinway Billiards, and it's the Battle of Legends. Earl the Pearl Strickland versus Efren the Magician Reyes.
Yeah, and Finnegan, the referee, outlined their achievements at the beginning, but there isn't time to outline their achievements. I mean, they just, they've won X World Championships and X US Opens and Derby Cities and things, but in the sort of, 50, Earl will be 53 in August, I believe, August, and he started playing sort of really top class at like 14. So he's been like 39 years he's been playing pool, and there isn't a shot he hasn't seen. I mean, he's seen every shot.
Every
the same
shot.
with Efren.
Well, what you were saying about the accomplishments, I have my little cheat sheet on accomplishments,
Right.
and under both of their names, it says plus many more titles.
Yeah, right, exactly, because you'd be here all day.
You'd be here all day.
Right. And Efren is such a legend in the Philippines. I mean, his name is up on over when you go into the Manila airport. There's a great big huge sign up there that says Efren Reyes.
Well, I can tell you I was on a cruise in Alaska one time with my family, and this is when Tony and I had first started dating, and there was a Filipino waiter, and I said, "Oh, you're from the Philippines? I'm a pool player."
You only had to mention the word pool, and they go, "Bata,
Bata," and that's exactly what he said. And
exactly.
He said, "Oh, you watch Bata?" And I said, "Yeah." And I told him, "Yeah, I'm dating Tony Robles," and they go, "The silent assassin." My family was like, "Wow, I guess that's a big deal over there."
Right. And when they're driving, they're drivers. When their drivers drive them around over there, they pull up at a red light and they wind the window down and they go, "Oh, Django." And he goes. He doesn't wait at a red light. He just goes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm going to
So
change
different.
my name to Django. I don't know whether it'll work. Django's a good cook. Bustamante I'm referring to. He made me an omelette this morning. He even used eggs. It was amazing. I like the way Earl sort of almost demanded that he rack the balls. It's like, we're here, we're giving an exhibition. I don't really think we want to be racking our own balls. That was pretty funny.
And he sees Finnegan every day, and
Yeah, I know.
he's putting on his I am one of the main shows in this exhibition. Shoulders on. These two have very different demeanors at the table.
Oh, Efren is so laid back. It's unbelievable. He's staying at my house. I'm with him a lot, and he's just laid back. He's as laid back as almost falling over. You know what I mean? He's like,
Well, that's okay. Earl's got enough tension for the both of them anyways.
we still got Ephraim at the table, so he made a ball. 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, he made one ball.
Nah.
One ball's enough in 10 ball.
He hopes that catches a little bit more legs.
And Earl's pulling ahead a little here because we're now 11-8, race to 17.
And I don't know about you, but I heard a couple of people, you know, when they're talking about who's going to win, you know, each game, because this is going to be a 3-day event.
Right.
We're playing 8-ball now, and then you're going to see 9-ball tomorrow night and 10-ball on
And they
Thursday.
have their favourites for certain disciplines, right?
Exactly. And I think most people were putting Ephraim as the favorite in this game.
Right.
Or at least the people that I spoke
Right,
with.
right.
I don't know about you. Did people put Earl as the favorite?
No, I don't know. I think my take on it from listening to most people was that Earl would win. I don't know, it wasn't specific about which ones, but I think they felt that Ephraim was over the hill. I sort of got that theme.
Oh, okay.
And I can tell you now, you've seen him play tonight, and you know, there's no way he's over the hill. The guy he's got it. He plays phenomenal pool.
I always hear people say that about pool players, and I don't really understand.
Well, there's times when he doesn't play that much. You know, he's like if he's stuck in the
That doesn't mean you're over
Philippines.
hill. That means you're out of stroke.
Oh, that's right. No, exactly. So I think that's what they think. Because he's not playing, he can't play anymore. You know, it's not the case at all.
I don't think pool has an over the hill feature outside of, like, you know, going completely blind.
Well, these guys have such a natural talent that.
Yeah. Age doesn't make much of a difference outside of just not wanting to get out of your chair.
Right. And he did have eye problems, cataract and stuff, and he had all that fixed. So there was a little period there where he went off the boil a little, but he's split in these pockets pretty good. Don't see too much coming off the rail. But he's got to get going here because it's a race to 17. We decided on 17 really just because we thought it would take too long to play 21, and it's probably not working out that way. Or what is the time now?
You're just after 10 o'clock
10.
East Coast time here.
And if you're interested in how this came about, I was talking to Manny. Who owns Steinway, about us doing something together. And I was looking after Ephraim and he was looking after Earl. And we were talking about the Hong Kong last time they played. And then we said, you know, this is a great fit. And that was it. It was just a good fit. And it came from there. We just decided, well, let's do it 3 different formats, make it different than, you know, I didn't want to do a race to 120 and copy it exactly. So we just went for something a little different and show off their prowess in all the disciplines.
Oh, he wanted that 14 ball to go in. He's still hitting that head ball dead square. And I feel like everybody in the rooms watched Ephraim hit that second ball except Earl.
I had trouble getting him away from a chess game to start this match. He's probably playing for $10, but it was so important to him that he drilled this guy out of $10. It's amazing. He won $30 yesterday. And
in chess?
Yeah, and that's more than he made in pool.
Well, all pool players tell you we're in the wrong sport.
I said, did you win? He goes, yeah, I won $30. And I'm like, oh, that's raving over $30. Interesting story that not a lot of people know. This is sort of behind the scenes ish. He has a great following in Dubai, Arab Emirates. You know, there's a lot of players out there, princes that love pool. He was playing at the US Open a few years ago, still in the tournament, still plodding along, and he got a phone call from an Arab prince in Dubai, and he said, Ephraim, I'd like you to come out for about a week and a half, come to my palace, play with my friends, and I'll give you 40,000. Ephraim walked from the table, put his stick away, went straight to the airport, and went to Dubai. That's how much money there is in pool.
Wow.
So Barry Berman
But
lost.
note it wasn't a tournament.
Barry Berman lost him that year. Exactly. And flown out there first class. So it's like it's pretty. Yes.
That's amazing.
Of course, from tax connections, what I just told you was actually just made up story. Well, he's still plodding along here.
Amazing that 14 ball goes in the pocket, but Earl stays to the table. That's so frustrating when you're just a little bit more, and he would have had that 14 in the pocket. And instead, it's going to be an even closer race.
Wow! So now we have 11 to
10.
10. So now we're. You're getting very competent with this laptop stuff here, young lady. You done this before?
I'm a product of the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
You're supposed to separate the ball.
And I see Earl do this all the time.
What I think is hilarious, I'm sorry to interrupt, what I think is hilarious that you only see Earl at the table debating it when it's his turn to break. He doesn't go up and tell him it's a slug rack for the other guy.
Of course not. I think Earl spends half his life, hanging over a rack checking it.
Now, if I was the referee now, I would tell him, go sit down and take what I give you. And this time I'm going to leave you a loose rack on purpose. So don't be quiet. Oh, no, he's trying to help.
telling him
Yeah, I know. He's probably trying to tell him how to screw up the rack then.
Let's see what Efren does with this. He hit the head ball, and he's not making that corner. The corner ball was flying into the pocket earlier.
Oh, look. Oh.
I don't know what made Efren change his break, but he's definitely changed his break.
Yeah, if the wheel's not broken, don't fix it,
Yeah.
right? He did start off a little iffy, though, when he started. Right at the beginning, he was, like, trying to puzzle it out.
He's got to shoot stripes here, and they're wide open. He doesn't want that tied up to that ball.
No.
Well, they were wide open until he got the cue ball into that position.
There's one in the corner pocket, but he's going to be hitting over the top of that 7, which is never nice. Going to have to take that.
Definitely not the pattern he was looking for.
But I think he'll still work his way through this rack. Just got to be careful here. Still not happy.
Well, because that was one of his stripes that he just pushed the 3 ball in front of.
Yeah, I know. But the ball just in front of him goes down in the bottom right corner.
And now I think he's going to have to make that 12 ball as the breakout ball unless he uses the 13 in the side pocket.
And it looks like the ball by the side pocket is just a tad past centre. That's a tough cut, I think. I don't think he wants to cut that in the side.
I don't think he can he see the 10 ball even? No, he's going to have to shoot that 12 ball down.
Have to play this down, see if he makes this.
Wow.
Yeah, he made it, and he's got the. This is probably the 10 ball, right?
Yeah, he's going to shoot the 10 ball on the side here, but he still has to contend with that 9 ball, and I think the only breakout shot is going to be shooting the 13 in the side pocket and letting the cue ball drift down for that 9-3.
Yeah. See what he does here.
Unless can he break it out here? He's trying. This is okay because he can still do the breakout shot here. He'll shoot the 14, then use the 13 to break it out. The problem is when you leave the breakout for the last shot, you got to hope that you get good on that last ball that you're breaking out.
Yeah, you got to end your pattern really good. I don't think that 9 goes past the 8, does it?
No. See how he's getting the angle to break that out?
Yeah. I think we need a booth and call it from the real table.
Yeah, that would be awesome. We are definitely not looking
Yeah.
at the real table right now.
I'm looking at a table that's smaller than my wallet. Although there is more on the table than in my wallet.
Now this breakout works for him. Yeah, see, there, he's fine, but that's the risk. I mean, he's
Yeah.
fortunate that he got, you know, a good shot and actually natural position for
and
the
they're
8 ball.
shot makers that even if it's a little off, they can still make it. But they pretty well know where it's going. It's pretty clever how they do that.
Mm-hmm. Well
Good
done.
shot.
Well played. And I mean, to give both of these guys an enormous amount of credit, they can, even when they've gotten themselves in trouble, they're so amazing at their craft that
Yeah.
they're
And-
able to get out anyways.
And not only do they get out, they get back on track
Yeah.
so quick.
As
It's-
Ginky used to say, BIL, back in line.
Right. Yeah. Well, Earl's just jumped ahead now. It's at 12 now, right? 12-10. They didn't change the score yet. You're doing it now, right?
I'm doing it now for you. Boom.
Yeah, boom. Magic. Race to 17, so Ephraim's going to have to do something here, but it doesn't... I don't think image-wise it hurts him, because if the score ends up something like 17-13, 17-15, that's okay. He's not letting himself down. If the score was 17-3, then people are going to say things, you know.
Now, Earl did not make a ball on the break, but there is quite the cluster down here
And it's
on your
one of
right-hand
these
side.
wonky racks again, because everything's over one side of the table. It's amazing when it does that.
Let's see. Does he get out anyway? What do you think? Because they've been getting out of miracle racks anyways.
Well, gonna have to do some magician work here, that's for sure.
Luckily, the 1, 3, 6 are all solids, and they're tied up together. So, and he does have a shot on this stripe here.
Gonna go to the right of that ball. That's it. There.
You better hope that doesn't. Oh! But he missed that ball.
Yeah, but I think he saved him. I'm not sure. Can
No,
he
he
get
can
the
shoot
7?
that 12 ball. Because I'd go for stripes here in a heartbeat. I don't want to deal with that 3-ball cluster down there.
Yeah, it's open table, right?
He does have open table. I try not to be.
Well, that was a bad miss. That wasn't the easiest of shots. I think he was concentrating so much on the position of the
Yep.
cue ball to slide past that ball near the cushion.
I agree.
And sometimes they don't go back to the job in hand, which is make the ball.
I always love, you sacrifice shot to get position on a ball, you don't get to shoot.
Yeah, I know.
Well played.
Now, do we see any problem clusters here that...
No, I don't see anything wrong. I mean, you could say maybe, if you wanted to make one up, you could say the 14.
3-6, the 3-6.
Yeah, but those are Efren's balls. Earl's on stripes.
Oh, he's already started on his run on stripes? Right, okay. It's funny, although he missed that ball, he almost hooked him. You know, they almost got that there was not any easy shots, you know, they were like lots of little clusters and things.
I think maybe the 14 ball, but I mean, you could shoot the 13
Yeah,
ball
it
in the side
goes,
pocket.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm
By
trying to
then-
make I'm
by
trying to
then-
make something up.
By then, who knows? It might even go up the top of the table. You know what I mean? Or the bottom of the table. Sorry.
Turn the phone over. Cheeseburger, medium well done. What do you want? With
He
fries?
hit that too soft. He hit that too soft.
Now he's
Wow.
well. He's got the long 7.
And the 14 was the only sort of trigger, maybe, but he just hit that poorly. There's just no getting around it.
How's he going to get around this thing? He's going to have to play that.
I mean, he might be able to squeeze the 13 by the 7. Let's see if we get a different
Look
camera
at-
angle, maybe. That's tight. These are our bigger size pockets, so maybe he can squeeze that by the 7 if he hits it soft and lets it kind of caress into the pocket. Well done. Yep.
Great shot.
Very good shot.
Great shot.
Very, very good
Just
shot.
he took it off the cushion, but he knew it was still going to go in. That's pretty cool.
Got it. Now he's still got a little work to do because he's got to get on that 14 ball, and now the 3-ball cluster of solids there are in his way. Now this is when
Yeah, I think
Earl.
that's what he's just muttering about.
That's when Earl turns to Everett and goes, "Can you get some of your balls off the table? They're in my way."
In Filipino as well.
Two,
Oh, whoa,
two.
whoa, whoa. Now what?
I have. You got me.
Well-
This is above my pay grade. I have no idea.
Well, you can say for certain it's not what he wanted. That's not to say he won't make it. You could probably cut this 14 in this bottom left corner. As long as he can keep it from scratching.
Earl just said, "I give up." That man doesn't have quit.
No,
in
he
his-
doesn't give up.
He doesn't have
You're
a
full
quit.
of it. You're full of it, Ephraim. I mean,
Earl.
Earl, the not so Pearl. Come on. And those weights he has on his arm, they're pretty heavy.
Wow! 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 And wow! Wow!
Wow.
Holy crap!
Yeah, that was a great shot.
Wow! Did you guys pay them to make this exciting?
It's pretty good. But it's not exciting for Ephraim because he's now going to go up 13-10.
I wonder if they're intentionally getting poor positions so that they can have fun making these awesome shots.
Oh, you kidding me?
No!
God, you're one lucky guy, Ephraim.
Oh
See,
no!
I don't like that when he says that. I'd throw him out of the tournament and stuff like that. You're one lucky guy, Ephraim. It's nothing to do with Ephraim. He missed the shot, you know what I mean?
Oh no!
And almost broke his stick. And I was joking earlier that he has about 6 sticks, so that if he breaks them, he's still in the game. But yeah. We got our head muffs on, and we heard that crack of the stick. From
Yeah,
here.
I really thought he broke the cue. It sounded like it.
Well, let's see if real lucky guy Mr. Ephraim can run out the match from here. It'd be nice. A little run of 7.
I think he's playing safety.
Well, that's not so good. Left him a piece of it. I don't think it goes past the. It's difficult for us to see. Is there another angle that we can see?
Sure.
It's not an overhead, right?
No, there's no overhead. That's the overhead you're looking at was the closest one.
I don't know what he's thinking of doing here.
I have no idea.
Maybe he's just going to put it in that corner and hope he hides up behind the 2.
Get out of here.
Wow.
I didn't.
Yeah, it went by it. Well, it's difficult to see
It-
on the monitor, but to be honest, it didn't look like it went, and he made it, and now he's got a long shot on the 8. And if he misses this, there's a stick going.
Uh-oh.
You're a lucky guy again, Ephraim.
That was the greatest shot I've ever seen.
And Earl's praising himself. He says, that was the greatest shot I've
Yeah, I
ever
know.
seen. And now Bada's going to make sure he plays a much better safety than he just did.
Now this would be a great shot if he makes this to bring the house down, because he's going to come off the bottom cushion, hit the right-hand side as we're looking at the monitor, and cut it in the side pocket. If this goes, woo! And don't count it out, because
No,
it's
they
quite...
don't. But this is called shot call safety, correct?
Yeah.
So if Earl does call this 8-ball and doesn't... Oh my God, you called it! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Well, that's the shot of the match.
Holy!
There's nothing else going to come up that's going to
Cool
better that.
guns. Oh my!
I didn't really call it. He
You
called it.
called
He
it.
called it. I mean, he called it in that pocket, and I said, "Don't be surprised." Oh my God, that was
Oh my gosh!
worth the $10 entry fee right there.
Totally.
And you guys at home, I hope you pick yourself up off the floor. That's what these guys do.
Wow!
Unbelievable to hit that on
Holy-
that tangent point
Holy!
to cut that in
On
there.
the 10-foot table. Oh my gosh! That was incredible.
Oh yeah, Ephraim should shout out now. You wouldn't have made that on a 9-foot. Wow.
Oh my goodness. Now this, I would think that would
And he
fuel
didn't-
Efren.
And he didn't have much options, because he had to call it somewhere, and he just called it there. It's amazing. You know.
Holy. I like Credo. Credo said Efren's thinking, I do that every week, and they're flipping out.
Yeah, I know.
That's very funny, Credo.
Wow.
I'm impressed.
13-10. So now he's really behind the 8-ball here. Literally, that's what they're playing. But he can't afford to lose any more matches. Doesn't want to be 4 down with only 3 to go. So he's taking a little longer now. If he loses, I'm not going to get breakfast in the morning. He'll go home and smash all the eggs.
I wouldn't count out Efren just yet. I mean, outside of the alternate break, allowing Earl to get back to the table, I think that the crowd cheering in that shot would put a little bit of a fire under Efren and said, no, no.
See how close he came to that 2 there to get around the table. That was assume that's a stripe up where he's standing. Pretty deep in that pocket. Well, this is no gimme. He's going to run this down the rail. It's a messy rack here.
It is.
Where the spot is. See, just below the spot there. That's a weird break, because they're still there from the cluster of the rack. Not even moved. Look.
Yeah. No, it was the rack didn't break well at all.
Yeah. He wants to move over and move these now, maybe. Gonna draw into him right here.
Yeah.
That'll work.
That'll work. And
He's
see, the
hitting
reason
over
I
the
like
6,
that is
though.
because he's breaking out the balls while he still has more of his own category still on the table.
Right.
That way you leave yourself an option in case the breakout doesn't work out perfectly for where the cue ball ends up.
He's going to be stretching for this ball at the bottom of the table, but he's going to be hitting over the 6 to play the other one in the side, so not sure what he's going to do here. Probably going to hit over the 6, I would have thought.
I like getting the 9 out of the way because I feel like it's just more clutter to getting on the 11 ball there.
Yeah, but I'll say he's hitting over the 6, and that's never easy. Well,
He'd be hitting over
for
the
us, it's not easy. Sorry, rephrase
My
that.
5'5" height makes a lot of those shots
In her high
very
heels.
difficult.
In her high heels, guys. Alison Fisher of NYC Grind fame came up to me today and I said, "Oh my God, you're getting taller." And she said, "I got my high heels on." Now, if he plays the combo on that one up in the corner, you've got to be careful where that 9 goes. That's the problem with that shot.
And the 8-ball has limited pockets as is.
The closer you are to the cue ball, to the object ball, the harder the angles. So I don't think he wants to be cutting this 9 in the side.
Does the 8-ball? I don't know if the 8-ball goes past that 4-ball. 8-ball might only have that side pocket. Oh, wow.
That's a great shot.
What a fantastic shot.
Just put enough draw on that to just get it to
What
roll out
a
half a
great
ball
shot.
forward.
That way he could shoot that 8-ball in that pocket. And I was just going to say, you know, it'd be great if he could shoot the 8-ball now because he's in the perfect position to do that. So he made that happen.
Yeah.
Well played.
Wow. So we've got 11 to 13, right? Ephraim's 60. Earl is 52. Be 53 in August.
Push him back. I ain't been checking my own rack.
Ephraim Busty was born in North Carolina.
Boosty.
Sorry, did I say Busty?
You're thinking about those eggs this morning, aren't you?
I don't know what he put in them.
Mr. Ron Mason sitting next to us in the booth, and he said, I just heard Earl say, man, it's tough to shake this guy.
Terrier.
I would say Ephraim's had a good amount of experience playing players like Earl. Oof. No, that is not attractive.
The trouble is, not the trouble is, but when Earl, he like moans and now he's like, I can't make a shot. I don't know why anyone would bet on me. I can't win. I don't know why anybody's clapping because you know he's all this self-doubt. But when it's his turn to go to the table, he still runs the table out. So it's like just shut up. You know?
Some people just like to piss and moan as they're doing their work. Plus, doesn't it make it seem like it was that much more amazing if you had to, you know?
Well, I'm still.
Oh my gosh!
Well, that's why he's called the magician.
Oh my!
I was telling someone today. I don't know whether you guys at home and on the chat room, if you go on YouTube and put Ephraim Reyes 30-ball run or two sets of balls, but just put anything you like in, you'll find it. He tipped, it's DVD'd, he did it twice. He put 2 racks of balls on the center of the table in a circle, not random, just tipped them out the tray, ran them out 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, 4-4, 5-5,
Really?
6-6, in a cluster about 2 foot, like 30 balls in a cluster.
So Chicago
about 2
squared.
foot 6. Yeah, right. And then he put another two sets of balls on the table and ran those out.
Wow.
And that's on YouTube. So if you can watch that, guys, you'll see why they call him the magician.
Well, I think Ephraim saw that shot by that kick 8-ball in after he played that safety. That was, you know, not the strongest safety, and so now he's like coming back with a vengeance.
Doing his cause the world a good here because he can get back within 1 here, and that's going to Doubting Thomas or Doubting Earl is going to be wondering.
Wow.
And plus it gives trepidation for the next discipline, you know.
he's, and that's a difference that I find with watching Earl versus Efren, because in that shot, he hit that with such finesse.
Yeah, he hits it sweet speed.
Yeah.
He's just enough to make it to get the position. And the right English to hold it or, to accelerate it, whatever. It's just amazing. They're both good like that, though. Efren was practicing tonight on the 10-foot table just when he got in a little early, and he played a double bank across the table that was just unbelievable. It was such a thin cut, and he had to hit it hard to get the impetus to get it, and it went across the table and back across in the other.
Right.
Unbelievable. You know what? If he wins tonight, no, you're kidding me. I should never have said that. I jinxed him.
And he smiles. What
jinxed
the
him.
contrast from Earl. Earl doesn't smile when he misses.
I was going to say, if he wins this match tonight, I'll let him watch the Filipino channels on the TV tonight. Oh, my God. I'll keep my mouth shut.
And Earl will happily run this rack out.
I was doing commentary at Turning Stone with Danny Diliberto, and Danny's going, he goes, he could miss this. I said, Danny, don't jinx him. He goes, you can't jinx him. He said, this is, anyone in the world could get out from here. The guy missed it.
Of course. The commentator jinx. It is real.
Wow. He probably took that too lightly, that shot that he missed.
I agree.
This is an easy shot. Let's just get this one out of the way, and just don't quite concentrate enough.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Earl's thanking himself lucky stars here to be back at the table.
Look at all those people in the background. My goodness.
Oh, it's packed. It's packed. There's about 300 people around the table. Supposed to have had bleachers on the, as you're looking at the table there to the left, there was going to be bleachers, but the people who were supposed to deliver it on Friday morning let him down. Sorry, Saturday. They were coming Saturday morning.
Whoa.
They got caught out by the storm and couldn't fulfill all other orders, so they said, we're going to have to not be able to do it for you.
Wow.
So we had to run out this morning and get more chairs. Great shot. They do love those shots down the cushion.
Definitely.
Well, this one's all over. We'll put this in the record books. And Earl is only 3 away from winning this first night discipline 8 ball. Pretty excited. Did some great shots.
And while I have this short opportunity, I'd like to take a moment to thank Pro Pool, Ron Hoffman. Special thanks to them from Inside Pool and the rest of us viewing the stream. Check out the virtual tournament director. It is available to your pool room. Players can play tournament matches anytime they want, and visit propool.com for details. We're here at Steinway Billiards in Astoria, Queens, in New York City. I'm Gail Glazebrook-Robles, commentating with Jeff Conway, and you're watching the Battle of Legends, Earl the Pearl Strickland versus Efren the Magician Reyes.
And I hope they're not disappointed in what they're seeing tonight. It's
if they are, they're dead.
Earl looks like he's getting ahead here, but who knows? You never know what's going to happen. He may. There's still time for a meltdown.
I saw somebody in the chat comment that Earl seems to get more agitated as the race is closer to one another, and then he chills out, which I think is normal. But Earl just seems to wear those emotions on his sleeve more than a lot of people. So if Efren will, close the gap here a bit, I think you're going to see a bit more of a tense Earl coming out.
They just don't miss these straight shots. Never miss them. What's the even other pros you watch, and there's sometimes you think, well, they'll make this, it's straight in, and they still wobble in the pocket or miss it. But not these guys.
I keep seeing Jerry Tarantola running around. Jerry Tarantola and Allison Fisher of NYC Grind do so much to keep pool information flowing your way, and so we just really appreciate them and hope you guys do too.
And he doesn't have any film in his camera either.
Earl is taking his time. I think he knows this is pretty critical. Rack here would be a defining moment to have him get to 15, keep an effort at 11. And it would put all the pressure back on Efren. I'm going to scoot out for you guys. I really appreciate you guys watching the stream, and I hope you guys have a good time. I'm going to go eat with my husband.
Okay, and I'll finish it off. It's no big deal.
I appreciate that. Have a good time, you guys. Enjoy.
Anyway. Thank you very much, Gail. Always a pleasure doing it with you. Now, Earl's nearly at the winning post here, so he doesn't want to screw up. Looks like a bit of a Cosmo here, as they call it. 8 sitting nicely. Well, it goes in 2 side pockets and the top pocket. 2 top pockets.
All right.
That sorted a little mess out. I'm just saying to the people watching that Earl looks like he's almost down the winning stretch here, winning furlong. But you never know. It's never over till it's over, you know.
Yeah, what an exciting match. I mean, Steinway Billiards is just absolutely packed. I've never seen it so.
There's about 300 people standing around the room, standing room only, and nobody's leaving.
Yeah,
and there's been some phenomenal shots. Phenomenal. I don't know, did you see that shot when he pulled that 8 ball?
Earl's incredible, so's Efren. These guys, I mean, this match is...
Now it's 15 to 11.
Okay, I'll change that up. Yeah. There's Finnegan.
$15 to $11, so it's just Earl only needs 2, and Efren needs a minor miracle here. But he is the magician, so we'll see what he can pull out of his hat.
I mean, this is just a match that's about superhuman determination and will. I mean,
and I'm glad it's a
sport.
Close-ish score as well. It's not like a rout. Nobody cleaned anybody's clock
Efren's playing amazing for never playing on this table, and this is Earl's home table.
Yeah, he hasn't played on a 10-foot for so long.
And I came into this match, I've been thinking about this match for months and months and months since I first talked to Manny about this last summer. I said, hey, we need to do Efren Earl. We need to do a free stream. And but they wanted to do pay-per-view, which is fine. But I'm thinking, I can't pick who's going to win. You just never know with Efren or Earl. I've looked at Efren before and thought, man, there's no way Efren's feeling good enough to win right now, man. And he beats every single player in the tournament. You just can't tell. He's just that good.
Yep.
All right, Earl's winding up. Look at this.
And he had Finnegan tap the front ball down, so let's see what happens here. This is almost for the win. He only needs 2 more games. 6 and no.
Up.
Right.
Nothing.
No, he's going to tell Efren how lucky he is. You're a lucky gun, lucky son of a gun.
I broke those like an idiot.
See how they broke? Very unusual cluster there. Look, all round one side and like in a circle. Look, it's called the horseshoe break. Look at that. That's an unusual combination of balls, the way they're sitting on the table.
Yeah, let's have a look at that.
Look. Now,
Efren's such a master of 8-ball. I mean, I don't see. The problem is you know, you're looking at all the balls on the rail.
well, it looks like a 15-7's tied up a little bit in that corner, but right where he's standing is 7-ball and a 15-ball there. Gonna have to move that 15 at some point, I believe. Well, Efren's acquitted his self pretty good tonight. There's no question.
I'm amazed by Efren
Well,
every
there was
time
a
he
lot
plays.
of people. You know, he doesn't play as much as he used to.
Don't
and
give me that
stuff.
stuff.
No, he plays in the Philippines. He plays every day.
He plays the pool every second of every
But
day.
I'm just saying what people think.
I know, I've heard the same
They
thing.
thought, you know, he doesn't stand a chance. And
No way.
oh, really? He doesn't stand a chance?
He doesn't?
Imagine him on a good day, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, this is no problem. He's never played on this table. And I think he's playing really good. It's been a tight match. You never know, man.
He's going to follow this and see if he can nudge that 7 down the table a little bit. Like that. Oh, that's a pretty shot. He moved that 15 out there. It's such a good shot, that was.
Oh, yeah.
But he's got to make it happen here because...
yeah, here's where the bridge comes in handy, but he's okay. He's used to playing on big tables with us.
Well,
three cushion. He plays a lot of 3 cushion.
Purposely decided no jump sticks just so that you guys at home can see them showcase their billiard skills, because you've got 2 of the greatest players, and not the 2 greatest players in the world.
They don't want to use their.
Oh.
See him stand up on the ball.
Look
Man,
at
that's just
that.
not good.
Now, did he leave anything?
Had a
though?
lot
Let's
of
have a
body
look.
movement on that shot. He's laughing at it. These guys are having fun. There he is, Earl Strickland, the Pearl. Man, you come here to see here in the real world, InsidePool.tv. Thanks, Jeff Conway, for joining us. If you're just joining us,
You're
we
welcome.
are here at Steinway Billiards in Astoria, New York City. And this little piece of history here, the Battle of Legends. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, he's getting so close to the finish line now, he can almost smell the tape. Will he trip in the last furlong? We'll see.
He's got the full arm weight on tonight, folks. That's
Yeah.
to keep him down on the shot.
And they're heavy. He left them in the pool room and went out. I had to run out and give them to him because he left them behind in Brooklyn last year or year before. And, geez, they weigh about 3 or 4 pounds each, these things.
3 strokes every time. 1, 2, hit. Pearl Strickland. What an incredible talent. Superhuman determination. That's what these 2 gentlemen have displayed. This is the greatest 2 pool players that ever lived, that are living right now. Okay, there you go, folks. You're getting your money's worth tonight.
So he only needs 1 more game.
The Hill.
On the Hill.
For $3,000. And that, unfortunately, is coming out of your pocket, isn't it, Jeff?
Yeah, don't worry about that.
As you are Efren's, the man that made this possible, that this is here tonight. So,
well, as long as the people at home enjoy it, that's all
yes,
that matters.
Jeff, you're a show.
There is no money in pool.
Yes.
Not for the players nor promoters or anything. But
spent all this money for a great event, Jeff, and I really appreciate it.
well,
sir.
when they played in Hong Kong, the guy who put that event on put up 100,000 for a similar reason. He just wanted to see who the best 2 players were in the world, and said, "Well, I'll put up 100,000." Unfortunately, I'm not in that category, but that guy is no longer with us. His name was Bob Moore, character with the Hong Kong racing fraternity, horse racing. And I'd like to give a shout out to Mark Wilson, if you're listening. you did the commentary on that Hong Kong match, and you did it great then, and you're even greater now when you do commentary. Great fan of yours. Now let's see what Efren can do here. He needs a six-pack.
That's tough with alternating breaks too. Earl's on the hill. This isn't looking good here.
I think the only six-pack he's going to get is San Miguel.
San Miguel. There's only two kinds of beer in the Philippines: San Miguel and San Miguel Light. I've been there, man.
He drinks Bud Light, actually. That's funny. He's sponsored. I saw he's sponsored by San Miguel, and I was in 7-Eleven yesterday. I said, "What beer do you want?" He goes, "Bud Light." Well, let's see if he can run these out and get a little confidence going here. He needs a six-pack.
Man, that's tough. That's so tough with Earl breaking and as strong of a break as he has. Efren knows it too. You can just see it.
Well, if he wins this one, it's 12. If Earl breaks dry, it could be 13. So
you never know what's going to happen.
No, you really don't. But it looks as if the writing's on the wall.
Yeah,
the weight's on the arm. This is like playing pool in a fine racket.
Wow.
I don't know why he hit that so hard. He had a plan, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's jumpy and standing up. He's not doing too good tonight, folks. But we have 3 days of sets of we're going to do 9-ball tomorrow.
9-ball race to 21, so you'll really
Race
get
to
your money.
21.
You'll really get your money's worth on that.
Nice. That'll be great.
Earl doesn't want to forget the target in mind here. There's only one game away.
He looks at everything for a while and then he'll just run out.
He's normally so quick, but when it comes down to the nitty-gritty,
Yes.
he's like anyone else. He takes his time.
He takes his time looking at all the angles, looking at the run out. He knows exactly what ball he's going to go to next.
But he doesn't want to overthink it, because very often, sometimes, you see him looking and looking. Amateurs especially, the longer they take over a shot, you know they're going to miss it.
So true. So true.
You know they're going to miss it.
Yes. It's a...
well, it's like they're stamping it in their mind that, is this the right shot?
Trust that you know how to make the shot. What a great shot Earl played there.
And he's got that one on the side, 2 balls on that side rail, and the 2 is impeding it a little bit. So I think that one near the side pocket goes in the side pocket if he can get up the table a little bit. Yeah, it does. Thank you for switching that there.
No problem.
So if he follows this down, he can play that same pocket. Oh, he's playing that down there. That's a great shot.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Earl's awesome.
And he's got the comfort of knowing that this other ball, middle of the table, goes into the side pocket. He might just draw this back and hit the 2 with it. Knock the 2 out of the way and take a chance. He doesn't like it, he says. I'll tell you now, he's going to draw back and...
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be hitting that 2, and it could end up putting the 2 on it. That's the problem. So he's going to... And you never want to take a shot that you're not quite sure the outcome, because I guarantee what you thought was the bad news is going to happen probably.
Yeah, it's... Definitely go with your gut.
But he has got an angle, so if he puts a little left English on this, when he draws it back, he might be able to come out and miss the 2 off the cushion and go uptown. Let's see, he's going to draw this for sure.
Go with your
gut. Like
gut.
that. No, he didn't want, I don't think he wanted that. He can make it uptown, I guess.
Let's have a look here.
I guess there's enough room, because he wouldn't take it if he thought he was scratching, so. Well, not the easiest of shots, but I think Earl will make this. He's got an angle to get down for the 8.
Wow, what an amazing match.
So it looks like the score is going to be 17-11.
Wow. Oh, watch Earl go right in the pocket here. Oh, he got so lucky. So lucky.
But he's on the cushion a little bit here, but I still think he'll make this.
Yeah, that should be no problem.
You have your winner, folks.
There he is, the Pearl.
17-11. Great match.
Wow. Awesome.
Well, thank you guys for
Awesome.
tuning in, and hopefully you bought the three-night package. And we'll see all you same guys tomorrow night and the next night.
Thanks a lot, Jeff.
I'll say cheerio from Jeff Conway, and I'll say cheerio from Alvin. Thank you very much for setting it all up, Alvin.
You're very welcome, sir. Thanks for having me here.
See you tomorrow, guys.
It's been great planning this out and making it happen with you.
We'll be playing 9 ball tomorrow.
All right, my friends, there you go.
8 o'clock.
Hope everybody had a fun time tonight.
Earl Strickland, 9 ball, race to 21. 8 o'clock.
Race to 21.
8 o'clock, race to 21.
Look around the room here at Steinway
8
Billiards.
p.m. tomorrow.
There's Finnegan.
9 ball.
First prize. First prize is 9 for Tony Roberts. Second prize is 2 nights for Tony Roberts.
Love it. Love it. So hopefully you enjoyed the show tonight here at InsidePool.tv in association with NYC Grind. I want to give a special thanks to all our this is it. I moved it from here to here. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. I'm the information desk as well here. I want to thank NYCGrind.com, co-production, Steinway Pool Hall. What an awesome pool hall here in Queens, New York. They got some amazing food. Look at this beautiful 5x10. They got Earl Strickland. They got action. I want to thank CNGGas.com. CNG Gas. Charlie Niner Gamma. ProPool.com. ProPool.com. You can have the virtual tournament director. ProPool.com. Kamui Tips and Chalk. Kamui Tips and Chalk. Bank Shot Calculator iPhone app. Had some great patron sponsors too. Thomas Warren, Thomas Warren, NC Godfather. Big help in making this stream possible. Burkhart's Automotive in North Canton, Ohio. Richard Burkhart, thank you, sir, for helping make this stream possible. A1 Messaging Service. A1 Messaging Service. Another great sponsor of our event. BarbecueJunction.com. BARBEQUE.
The live stream to this match. And also Tony Robles and Gail Robles for coming down to the commentary. Nancy, Larry Ross, Joffrey, Kevin APA, all the people that made this happen.
Thanks, Finnegan. BarbecueJunction.com. It's Frank and Callie. Thanks a lot.
Gail Robles.
Frank and Callie for sponsoring. CNG Gas. It's the future. NYC Grind.
They'll be playing 9 ball, race to 21 on the 5x10.
Strickland wins it. What do you think about that, folks? Hope you had a great time. I know I did. Thanks for supporting our live stream. We really appreciate you. Sorry to the people that had problems. Now those that got the 3-day pass, just keep getting a hold of me. You can find me on Facebook, Alvin Nelson. Message me there. But there you go. There's Jerry T. There's Lydia. All the characters in this historical match. It's a match from beyond time, my friend. Stepped in here. Stepped into the real world. Inside Pool.tv, we go beyond time and space here. Edge of the universe, Steinway Pool Hall. A gateway into another dimension. And you're here at the Battle of Legends. And thank you so much. We've been working very, very hard to get this stream here for you done. So thank everybody for all their support out there. Remember about there's going to be the rebroadcast, so stay tuned. We're done here. Hang in there, folks. I'll do a final message for you before we do the rebroadcast. We're gonna leave it roll for a little bit here, so hang in there.
This shot was. I'm telling you, and then I didn't scratch, and then I didn't hit after that. This shot was mind-boggling how good that shot. No, I cut the ball, I cut a ball past the 8 ball.
safe one. You left me right here. You cut it by 10 hours. 13, 14, yeah. And then you came down here and you missed the easy spot.
Couple of shots made there tonight. Tell you that ball wouldn't go. It's a little curve here. Like this spot. Right here. I had to play it just past the ball, barely, and then let it curve just a little. That's how it went. Genius.
Neither was. I'd be tired from the game. You want to play here? My phone's dead. I mean, it's deadly. You know? I think this might be the only table we can get. We gotta like make the change. What are we gonna do now? I don't play this shit. Tough table. Anybody want my picture? Anybody? You've got 20 shares. Come back with 600,000. Hey, I want to
Six is, he got straight in the 7. I go, yeah, I know. He got straight in the 7.
Couldn't draw it because it wouldn't hold the top. 6 had to draw back.
Because if he had a,
No.
he had a like
6 is here.
yeah, but the 7 was like the angle where,
We'll talk
how
about
sharp
this
was
in the
that?
fucking sacrifice.
Like that?
Believe me, it won't.
Manny, I need a table. Yes.
Deal?
Yes.
You heard that, Rich.
Whatever he says.
I want to give up a piece of my cash.
I'm afraid that's 20. That's you. It's fucking. I'm buying him.
I can't. He's gonna get. I feel like.
Just give the fuck. I want 10%. Just fucking do it.
I'm gonna let
No. If you send me a text, you owe me 100.
So either 156, 56, or 106.
Okay, my shades in the follow now. No, I'm trying to play somebody.
Shit, they did tighten the pockets.
I'll tell you the secret. Cut that ball biting. I'm sick of you. I want to throw up. I said I can't buy that ball wouldn't go. It's a little fucking bird. Oh, this other shot I think. Yeah, it was pretty good. Especially those side pockets. Those side pockets like TVs. Yeah, those side pockets are brutal. A little more strategy. A lot of hot matches.
No! Libby, no! He won't take me there. No, come on! I want 10%! I want 10%! No, I ended it. He said yes. But I can't. I'm back. He said yes. He will get away from me. I don't want the money.
I'm driving here.
I don't want the money! Take the fucking money. I don't want it. I want 10%. Come on. Mike, he's in mid. Mike, what's the game here?
I don't know. I'm trying to
Big lead out. I'll tell you what to shoot. That shot? Yeah, you playing it over there. No, baby. Same game?
All right, one time only tonight. We're going to rebroadcast this on Inside Pool TV for free, just for tonight, just because some people had problems with the login. So there you go. Get the word out. Just for tonight, rebroadcast. So stay tuned. And thanks again for joining us, everybody. We're brought by CNG Gas, ProPool.com, Steinway Billiards, NYC Grind, Inside Pool, Kamui Tips and Chalk, Bank Shot Calculator, Richard Burkhardt, Thomas Warren, A1 Message Service,
For 50. I'm going to give you one game into 6 in the 6 hour.
BarbecueJunction.com.
One game into 6. I gave you one game into 7.
Thanks a lot. This is Wild Boy signing out.
Yeah, not 2 games on this. I really don't play on the same. I'd rather play on a 9-foot and keep the same.
honest to God, neither do I.